Hey everyone, we already got max offense yesterday, and today we're trying out this new base. Picked up max rockets, but there are a few tokens left. We can start upgrading Barrage and Art. Barrage first to level 3 to get a bit more damage, and start working on Art to level 4. But hopefully this new base can trip people up. It's kind of like a compact with everything on the left side, and let's try it out. And here we got our first match. This guy is a full defense player, max rockets. And maybe ourselves we can even do a mainly bomber hit. Because this one looks pretty okay to use critters to take down that ER. And then we can use some bombers for the right side. It's kind of the very old hit where we do a bunch of bombers from the right, and then use both leaders to get the right two ERs. So let's try to get the meat shield guy. And maybe just 2 heavy choppas, 4 bombers. And when we're doing mainly bomber hits, we want to take Sparky, because she is the best hero against a grappler. We can do it like all from the right side, which there should be maybe some bombers going on the far right. If anything, we can delay Sparky to help out on that side. So we'll choose one building over here, go ahead flare with 1 HC, 1 bomber, and as the bombs are in the air, we'll drop the other guys. So get these guys going like this, get that meat shield Zook fan, and we'll do Sparky on the far right. Everything looks okay so far, but flaring the meat shield Zook fan on the far right, and just making sure we have bombers going both left and right. On this side, maybe we can go ahead and start shocking the Doom Cannon critter launcher, and maybe using 1 barrage in those mines. Want to save critters because we'll need it eventually for that ER, and can do maybe 1 more shock right there. Otherwise the bombers look okay, maybe 1 more shock in the grappler. So let these guys go just a bit, start moving the meat shield guy for that ER, and get that last shock in this grappler. Once that cannon goes down, we'll do that last flare, and then do a bunch of critters. Can do 4 on this side, do these guys 1 shield, and all the engines are dying around the same time, so maybe we can flare this last one right now. At Zook fan will keep him over there, finish off that ER, and I guess just do 1 more critter. It's not super fast like a 240 yesterday, but still 235 isn't always a bad time. The main thing is seeing if our base held up, and right here, looks like it did. And here we got another match. This guy has kind of everything spread out, so we already know it might be a bit difficult for full-on heavy choppas. So maybe here we can also try a full-on bomber hit. Because we can do like, let's say, maybe 1 HC3 bombers on the left side, and then just 2 bombers can outrange most of the stuff on the right. Maybe like Sparky towards here, bunch of critters distract both grapplers, and then the meat shield Zook fan on the far right. So get these guys going. I think even 1 heavy choppa is enough. And get Sparky because she's the best hero for grapplers. We could still do a flare drop, so maybe 1 from this side. In fact, we'll do just a normal critter, flare with 1 bomber, and we can get Sparky going too. The meat shield Zook fan, 1 more bomber, everyone else on this side. We'll quickly do a shield and another critter. It is a bit dicey at the start, but get the meat shield Zook fan moving all the way in the corner. Left side looks okay, a bunch of bombers doing their stuff. And maybe we can start shocking the grapplers. Get 1 going right here, 1 more on this side. That meat shield we flared a bit left just to distract the shock launcher a bit better. And then maybe here 1 more critter. I really want to keep that Zook fan alive. So we'll start shocking that boom cannon. Maybe get some more critters down on that boom cannon. The bombers are fine, it's really just that Zook fan staying alive. So we'll go ahead, do 1 more shock right now. And then maybe go ahead, do 1 more critter, and start flaring that last TR. Can go ahead and shock that micro. These bombers again look okay. So really just gotta make sure that Zook fan stays alive. 1 more shock right there. And maybe with the last bit of barrage, go ahead and worry about this ER. So pulling a 236 right here, and seems like an okay time. So we'll see if our base held up, but moment of truth. And it was close, but looks like it did. And we already saw most of the bases we've been seeing were kind of different. A lot of them spread out, trying to counter using mainly heavy choppas. And this one's no different. Still a full defense player, but a lot of engines towards the beach. And maybe we can do a pretty similar kind of hit. Can go mainly from the right side. But in this case, maybe take the squad leaders for this engine, and then all the way for that one. So doing 2 HCs, 4 bombers from the right. Maybe 1 critter early for that gym cannon, and then shock the grappler, rocket, boom cannon. So still flaring just 1 building, and go ahead maybe choose this cannon, 1 HC, 1 bomber. In fact, we'll shock this guy too. Then get a critter out on that side, the HC, and then some more bombers. Sparky on the left, and then these squad leaders on the left side. Should be okay for the most part, I think. But over here, 1 critter to distract, and then a straight on target, at least a meat shield on that engine, Zook fan on that boom cannon. Otherwise, maybe clear a few mines. Boom cannon looking at heavies. And then maybe one of Sparky's critters. Already start moving the meat shield because it doesn't do much damage anyways. And then go ahead move the Zook fan. Otherwise look on this side, do a shield for those bombers. There aren't too many on the right side. But we can go ahead and shock that critter launcher. And I think the limiting factor might just be all these engines around the same time. Can go ahead do a few critters here with 1 shock. Because even though that microwave is being annoying, Zook fan should get it down. Can go ahead use our little upgraded art for this side. And then maybe just like a few more arts over here, getting a 241. So on a lot of these spread bases, instead of only doing heavy choppas, taking in bombers instead. And on this one here, it's good enough for a win. It is pretty tricky dealing with all these base changes, but again, it's kind of thinking that if one troop is pretty strong, bases are just naturally going to change to try to counter it. Even our base, it's still pretty good against bombers, but maybe not so much heavy chopper rush. So just looking at a base and mainly seeing where the engines are. If most of the 7 are close together or they're pretty spread out, then you gotta change up your troops. And like we said, we pretty much have max tech. We're not getting medkits because we don't really want to change up our ability loadout. Maybe do a few upgrades on shield, but think saving it for barrage and art now. Otherwise, just hoarding up a bunch of keys. Aren't even using lasers because, well, the Zook fan is like a mega laser. It does a lot of splash already and that damage transfers over. So maybe this base still works tomorrow, we'll kinda see. But otherwise, maybe try making new bases. Even if it only works for, let's say 1 or 2 hours, it still might be good enough for a solid push. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.